Hello and welcome to this video on the reasons I am looking forward for F1 2020. First of all, I am looking forward for the rivalry between Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. I believe Lewis Hamilton could easily be challenged for the championship by Max Verstappen and possibly even Charles Leclerc, if he is good enough in 2020. I believe Max Verstappen has had a lot of time to mature and currently is in his prime. And I don't mean he's at the best he can be. That's the scary thing about Max Verstappen. He is almost as good as Lewis Hamilton in his third season at Red Bull. Think about what he could do when he's Lewis Hamilton's age. He'll be a legend. That is what's so amazing about Max Verstappen. I also believe after Max Verstappen's nearly mistakeless, if that is even a word, 2019, he actually has the possibility of winning the 2020 and 2021 World Championships at Red Bull. As for Charles Leclerc, I am not so sure, but still, in a matter of about 3 years, I think he will be at his prime. At this rate, he will be a legend at Max Verstappen's level by the time he's primed. And when you think about it, beating Sebastian Vettel, a 4-time world champion, in itself is an achievement. And remember, this is only his second season in F1. I know Sebastian Vettel was far from his peak when he was beaten by Charles Leclerc, but think about it, still, even a non-peaked world champion being beaten by a rookie in his second season is extraordinary. Especially when this is Sebastian Vettel we are talking about, the guy who dominated the first half of the 2010s. We are talking about a legend, not just your ordinary world champion, even though all world champions are legends in their own right. And I still rate Sebastian Vettel highly, even though some people don't. I know he's not at his peak and will never be back at it, but still, he is a decent F1 driver and I think he would do a good job in the midfield. That's another thing I am looking forward to in the 2020 F1 season, if Sebastian Vettel can get his contract back for 2021, which I severely hope he does, as I would not like an F1 grid without Sebastian Vettel on it. He is a huge part of F1, and if he leaves the sport, it would just be tragic. We'd instantly want him back, even the haters. But then again, I don't know if Ferrari have learned their lesson with Sebastian Vettel, and I still think they depend on him. And there still is a chance that Sebastian Vettel will successfully fight back Charles Leclerc. Yes, haters, shut your mouths. I know I have an opinion that is different to yours, but it is right. And the one opinion that I believe is definitely right. Anyway, moving on to the next thing that I'm looking forward to about the 2020 F1 season, and this is Carlos Sainz. Hands up if you predicted it, as I bet all of you did, as it is pretty obvious that everybody is looking forward for Carlos Sainz after that astonishing 2019 F1 season. As some people thought that 2018 was a sad end to Carlos Sainz's F1 career, but he has gone and proved us all wrong. As he came out and was 6th in the F1 standings, which is amazing for a midfield driver, even when Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly swapped seats in the Red Bull over the course of the season. Like I said, it's amazing, even considering Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly's swap, which obviously took some points away from them, but still, they did have a run in the Red Bull and should have both got a couple more points. And I'm not slamming on Albon, by the way. And I think Red Bull should be disappointed with themselves for dropping Carlos Sainz and letting him go for McLaren, as he would have made such a good top team driver. They really got to kick up the bum then. As when Daniel Ricciardo left, which is unpredictable, they've been left with pretty much no driver to replace them. And Carlos Sainz has just gone and got himself a team to lead, while Red Bull's been stuck in a bit of a sticky situation, saying, who shall I fire next? As thinking about it, it has been a long time since the good old days of Red Bull, and since those good old days, it's just been downhill. As even though I truly rate Alexander Albon and believe he is a secure option for Red Bull to go and put as their second driver in the future, I do think he should have had a bit more time to mature in that Toro Rosso before being chucked in that Red Bull. As remember, this guy thought he was going to Formula E before the start of this F1 season. That gives you the picture of how little time he's had to get ready for his role in Red Bull. Another thing I'm looking forward to is Williams, as I just can't believe they have dropped so low in the last few years from being a championship winning team in the 90s. And I do hope they get back to form, as I do not want to see another team leave F1. As remember, they once ran out of parts in 2019 and had to retire a car from an F1 race because of no spare parts left. And remember, in this picture, we are looking at the same team as Williams today. They are no different to each other. It's amazing to think about, but it's true. Williams is the same team as the championship winning team in the 90s. Remember, it's Williams. I know it's amazing, but they're the same. Another thing I am looking forward to is Sergio Perez and Racing Point, as last season they did not get any podiums and weren't in fourth place, where I expected them to be. I know other people didn't, but I did. And even after administration that they went through in the summer of 2018, they are still the same team as that podium winning team from the early 2010s and late 2000s. Yes, I know it's hard to believe, but that is the same team as that. Yes, I am saying that this brilliant racing team is that. Yes, this is this. The podium winning team from the late 2000s and early 2010s. Yes, I know, this joke is the same as this joke, and this joke is dead. Anyway, moving on before I embarrass myself any further, another plot thread that I'm looking forward to is when in 2021 McLaren is turning into McLaren Mercedes again. Yes, I know this should be in another video, but I am so looking forward to it. I had to mention it here. Yes, this team is the same as this team, which is definitely the same as this team, which is the same as this team, which is the same as this team, which is the same as that team. Yes, I will shut up now. Finally. Anyway, I hope you liked this video and like and subscribe to my channel if you did. Anyway, Ben out.